Coryphantha longicornis, agroplants.org, also known as Beehive cactus. You can see it's look a little bit like a, with imagination, like a, don't know, a lot of cells. So this cactus, it's perennial evergreen if you consider that the spines are actually the leaves. It's drought tolerant, can grow in the desert, subtropic, Mediterranean or temperate climate. Hardiness zone will be from 9 to 11. And if you would like to grow it, there is a link below, you can purchase it, link in the right top side, and if you purchase, this is donation for this channel. And also don't forget to subscribe, it's really helped me to continue and grow and create more videos. It's like a good feedback and it's also profit. So the stem color is green. It can be a little bit reddish, but this is and brown a little bit. Flower color are yellow in a like a crown. Sorry, the flower create like a crown. A lot of flowers and they are in trumpet shape. Except this, this plant require well-drained soil. You can start to grow it by plant seed or just a daughter plant. Of course, you can do it by cuttings. It's a little bit more complicated and it's require. Let it go, just don't do it. Daughter plants will be the best. So if you choose to grow it by daughter plants, when you want to, let's say, separate them, this is important. The main things that you need to know when you separate that, you need to start to grow, you need to release it from all the stones. So you can wash it a little bit or even air blower, you know, like to use really good, and then everything go away, just separate them and replant them. If you use water, I just forgot, let it dry after this a lot because this plant doesn't like a lot of water. Okay, so main recommended planting season, usually it's spring to summer, possible also in the autumn in hardiness zone of 11 and in hardiness zone of 9 better in the spring. Main problem with this plant that there is spine, so use some gloves when you plant it or replant it. Major pests are snails when it's young. Really young, they can eat it. After this, the spines just don't let them pass unless they are super small. Root rots, it's also annoying. And if you want to prune, it's usually just take the flower with your hand and throw them to the garbage after they died. And if there is the stems start to die, this is usually it's a problem. Some of them can survive even with part of the stems rotten. This is generally for cactus, but some not. I highly recommend to cut it with a sterile knife. Water requirement will be a small amount of water and let it dry before you water it again. Full sun, it will be the light condition, and if you choose to grow it in a container, it's not very hard, just use a bigger container, 20 to 50%, better shallow, not too much deep, and good drainage, it's important. So in the bottom of the container you can use like rocks, little rocks like gravels, lava rocks or pebbles. Soil should be let's say cactus potting mix or something like this, making holes, enough holes for good drainage. Except this, better to switch soil every few years, it's much better, especially if you are not really let's say follow the rules of the watering, or there is too much water in your area, rains and stuff that wet it, so better to switch it. Except this blooming season, it's in the summer. If you want to grow it from seeds, check for more information in the website, but for general rule, so in half sun, let's say, or full sun even, will be better. The main problem is that if you are in the desert, it's sometimes not in the summer days, it's too much hot. So spring, autumn it's possible. If the winter is, let's say, in hardiness zone of 10B plus to 11, Summer, put in half shade. As I said, it's a problem in the summer, especially if it's arrived to 45 degree or even higher. So it's a bit problem with this kind of thing. 45 Celsius, it's 113 Fahrenheit. Sowing in this condition, it's a problem. Usually, if you don't want to transplant it and you put it directly in the soil, 10 on 20 centimeters, this is the planting spacing, so in 4 on 8 inches. But if you want to transplant it, it will be 2 on 2 centimeters, so it's mean 1 on 1 inch. Usually sowing deep of 0.5 centimeters, so it's 0.25 inch, and keep the soil lightly moist. Do not over and don't let it dry. Of course, germination time, it's between 2 and 6 weeks. Usually, of course, it can be much longer. So don't forget to not overwater, and if you would like to grow it, just grow it because it's a lovely cactus. If you like cactus, why not this one? That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy and come visit us again.